go to the playoffs that year.
Yeah, they won the division.
Yeah.
And had they made the World Series, that play by Marlon Byrd would have given them the play by Marlon Byrd, the walk, scoring the run, and throwing out David Ortiz in the 9th inning. And that was like a blind throw, too. He picked up with his bare hands, did a 360, spun around, and just fired a blind bullet, and it was right on target. That play could have given them. That play gave the National League home field advantage in the World Series.
That's an interesting point, too. I was going to ask you, before we get out of here, do you normally root for the National League in the All-Star Game, or do you root for the American League?
No, I root for the National League.
Okay, I was just asking because a lot of times when there's not for instance, the last 5 years, the Cubs haven't been so good, and no one's expecting them to win the playoffs. So it's just and then if there's not a lot of Cubs in the All-Star Game, a lot of times it's fun to root against like Cardinals and Reds guys. But I don't know. I usually root for the National League too.
I root for the National League every year.
Yeah, I do too, especially now when you'll hopefully get some good All-Stars every year.
And I remember every year getting like so pissed off when they would lose when they were on like that 14-game losing streak.
Oh, I know. I think they lost from like 97 till 2010 or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was. The game, that play that Marlon Byrd made, that was the game that they ended the losing streak.
Right.
That was 2010. And I remember 2007 is when I vividly remember. I remember they were down 5-2 in the 9th inning, and Soriano hit a 2-run homer off of Fernando Rodney.
I vaguely remember that.
Opposite field. I remember I remember he hit a opposite field.
I remember him hitting a home run. Yes.
Yeah, opposite field homer in the 9th, and it was a 5-4, and then Rodney walked the bases loaded, and then Aaron Rowan popped out to end the game. I was just
Rowan.
Gee, why go back?
That's
to the
an injury
American
waiting
League.
to happen.
Go back to the American League, Aaron Rowan. Yeah, I remember, and there was that one year when Trevor Hoffman blew it when Michael Young hit that 2-run triple.
Yes, I remember that.
And then 2008, that game that went 14 innings.
That's right, and then the day before, Josh Hamilton broke the
home run derby record for home runs in a round.
Like 26, 27,
28.
Like,
28. It was home runs in a round. He didn't beat Bobby Abreu's record, though, for total home runs.
Right. And then it was him and Justin Morneau in the final, and Justin Morneau beat him because Josh Hamilton was dead tired after all those home runs.
Yeah, I remember Justin Morneau. Because I remember when they had like those Boys and Girls of America people, like they each had a helmet on they would get something if their guy won. And I remember they showed the Morneau and the Hamilton girls next to each other, and the Hamilton person had like a big grin on her face, and the Morneau person had like a look of fear, like thinking she was going to lose.
Yeah, man.
That's just how it goes. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about hitting all those home runs early.
Right.
So like you get so tired after that. So, anyways, it is that time. There will be no Ryan and Ryan Power Hour tomorrow due to Ryan finding a better offer and going to the Cubs convention.
Yes, I will be at the Cubs convention. I found out the opening ceremonies, which start at 6 o'clock, they're going to be televised on Comcast Sportsnet. So
yeah, I think they always are.
Okay, I didn't realize they were always televised on there, but yeah, so I'm going to be there. Hopefully I'll get a good spot so I can see the players, because last year I couldn't see anything really.
Yeah, because I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, they announced at the Cubs convention that they had re-signed Kerry Wood.
Yes, they did, and maybe there'll be some exciting news to report this coming Saturday.
Cubs trade
Friday.
Edwin Jackson for Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, anyways, I'm Ryan Risky.
I'm Ryan Stuprich.
And we are the Sports Renegades. We thank you very much for listening. Take care, have a great night, and we'll see you next week.
The Sports Renegades podcast on SportsTownChicago.com.